Women group demand apology from APC for deceiving over 400 women in Abuja taking pictures with "Say No to Protest" banners. Exactly. These women have actually cried out. They said they deceived them, okay, to come and protest, that they will give them food, they will give them money, and only to bring them and give them placard, "Say No to Protest" placard. And after the placard, no food, no money, they abandoned them disappointed. And the people are crying out now, seriously. Now, some women groups in the country have come out to demand apology from APC government for deceiving over 400 women for a "Say No to Protest", giving them placards and not giving them what they promised them, which is food and money. First of all, the women that were deceived, why did they agree? Just because they promised them food and drink, they agreed to go and stage a protest. Okay? As if that, are they enjoying life? If they are not enjoying life and the protest is meant to bring a better life, why will you agree with somebody to shelve or to work against the protest? That is it. So they got what they deserved, but if not that, that is also what APC is known for. All promises cancelled. The group, in a statement issued by its president, Ambassador Ojineme Enakeme, said that Mrs. Abiola, her chief mobilizer, won comfort Shekoyan of Women for Peace, Security and Social Initiative, deceived several women, non-governmental groups and organizations into mobilizing 50 women each to the Eagles Square under the pretense that they were to be given 50 kg bag of rice each, only for the women numbering over 400 to be given banners "We Say No to Protest" in different states. Hey, wow. So a coalition of women group under the umbrella of Nigerian young women has accused the wife of the late Chief MKO Abiola, Mrs. Tinubu Abiola, and other leaders of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC of deceiving over 400 women with a promise of palliative rice, only to take pictures of them in Abuja with "Say No to Protest" banners. So the group, in a statement issued by its president, Ambassador Ojineme Enakeme, said that Mrs. Abiola had her chief mobilizer, One Comfort Shekwowan of Women for Peace, Security and Social Initiative, deceived several women non-governmental groups and organizations into mobilizing 50 women each to the Eagles Square under the pretext that they were to be given 50 kg bag of rice each, only for the women numbering over 400, to be given banners with "Say No to Protest" in different states. They then took pictures of them and left them stranded without even transport fare. Oh boy, that is APC for you. So, demanding public apologies from the APC, the women group said, "We, the umbrella body of young Nigerian women representing various groups and organizations across the country, including students, professionals, entrepreneurs, and activists, are compelled to express our deep disappointment, sense of betrayal, and outrage at the deceitful actions of Mrs. Tinubu Abiola, a member of the All Progressive Congress APC, and her chief mobilizer, Comfort Shekoyan of Women for Peace, Security and Social Initiative." On the 27th of July 2024, Mrs. Abiola and Comfort Shekoyan organized an event in the Federal Capital Territory City, Eagle Square, purporting to distribute palliatives to vulnerable women under the guise of empowering them. Can you imagine? However, in a shocking turn of events, they exploited these women for political gain, falsely claiming that Nigerian women are against protests. This is a clear case of deception, manipulation, and exploitation. Of course, and all of these are criminal offenses in the court. So the event, which was initially billed as a palliative distribution exercise, was later revealed to be a political gathering aimed at promoting the interests of the APC and undermining the legitimate protests against the government's failures. So the women who attended the event were coerced into holding banners for various states and chanting slogans against the protest without their knowledge or consent. And that is bad. So we are appalled that Mrs. Abiola and Comfort Shekoyan would stoop so low as to use vulnerable women who are already struggling to make ends meet to further their political agenda. So their actions are a slap in the face of Nigerian women who are genuinely fighting for a better future, free from corruption, poverty, and inequality. We condemn their deceitful actions and demand accountability and transparency. So those are the issues now. Okay. So these women have now come to call on them to now come out and tender apology to these less privileged and vulnerable women that they have deceived and used. So the government's corruption, incompetence, and disregard for human life have led to widespread suffering among Nigerians. The current state of affairs is unacceptable and will not be silenced or misrepresented. Our voices will continue to echo against bad government or bad governance and corruption. We demand a public apology from Mrs. Abiola and Comfort Shekoyan for their deceitful actions, an investigation into the activities of Women for Peace, Security, and Social Initiative to ensure that they are not using deceitful means to achieve their goals. The government should take responsibility for its actions and work towards addressing the grievances of Nigerians. Concrete steps to address the plight of vulnerable women who are often the most affected by government failures, measures to ensure that political parties and organizations do not exploit vulnerable groups for political gain. We will continue to stand together and fight for a better Nigeria where every citizen has access to basic necessities like food, water, healthcare, and education. We will not be deterred by deceitful actions like those of Mrs. Abiola and Comfort Shekoya. We call on all Nigerians to join us in this nationwide protest against corruption, bad governance, and exploitation. Together, we can build a better future for ourselves and generations to come. Hashtag end bad governance in Nigeria. This one get us a view. I'm telling you. Okay, in the comment section, somebody said, this faction alone, is it not enough to provoke, or this action alone, is it not enough to provoke people to protest? This is a government and party of corruption. That is why APC means all people's corruption or confusion by any entitled abbreviation and meaning. Instead of them to focus on how sincere to solve the problems and begin to solve, rather they are applying gimmicks to deceive the masses to calm down for them to continue with their evil agenda. This same way and manner you will be deceived again come 2027. Exactly. The women should have known better. APC calling you and promising you and you follow. Good for you. For a bag of rice, you sold your conscience. Hunger will continue to visit you people. Exactly. Just 400 out of millions of Nigerians. APC is evil and still gullible Nigerians are still, falling for their deceitfulness. It's quite unfortunate, frankly speaking. So thank you for listening and let's have your comment over this matter.